You have gone through the hellish adaptive system of reading, survived the endless stream of listening, and miraculously fit into the strict 23 minutes of the writing section. You look at the timer and realize more than an hour of intense intellectual work has already passed. And it is right now, when your resources are almost at zero, that the final part of the exam begins, the speaking section. Forget everything you prepared for using old textbooks. In the TOEFL 2026 format, the speaking section has changed beyond recognition. There are no more complex integrated tasks where you had to first read a text, then listen to a lecture, and then summarize it all in 1 minute monologue. The old templates no longer work. Now, speaking has become short, sharp, and incredibly intense. The entire section takes only about 12 to 15 minutes. Instead of the old formats, two absolutely new types of tasks await you: listen and repeat, and take an interview. Today, we'll break down the ultimate time management for this final section in detail. We will talk about how to distribute your energy, why the slightest pause is your main enemy, and how to deliver a deep, structured answer in 45 seconds without a single second of preparation. Let's start with the most important thing: the psychology and time management of the exam as a whole. Speaking is the fourth and final section. By this point, your concentration level inevitably drops. You are tired of sitting in front of the monitor. Your throat is dry, and your brain refuses to quickly translate thoughts into English. It is against the backdrop of this colossal fatigue that you have to speak. And you must speak not in memorized phrases, but react quickly to what is happening on the screen. In 2026, the creators of the exam removed the preparation time. If earlier you could get 15 to 30 seconds to take a deep breath and outline an answer plan on your scratchpad, now this luxury is gone. The process happens automatically. You see the question, the announcer voices it, and the beep signal sounds, and the microphone instantly starts recording. Your reaction must be lightning fast. You cannot pause the exam or ask to repeat the question. The first new task is listen and repeat. At first glance, it seems ridiculously simple. A picture and a short instruction appear on the screen. For example, you are in a cafe and want to order coffee. The announcer says a phrase, "I would like a large cappuccino to go, please." The signal sounds, and you have about 8 seconds to repeat this phrase aloud as accurately as possible. There will be 7 such phrases in total, and each subsequent one will be longer and more complex than the previous one. If the first phrase is 5 or 6 words, the seventh can be a complex multi-part sentence of 15 to 20 words. There is no classic time management here because you don't control the time. The screen switches automatically. This is a test not of timing, but of your working short-term memory and extreme concentration. As soon as you get distracted for a second to think about how you answered the previous question, you have missed the beginning of a new phrase. And by missing the beginning, you lose the context and fail the entire sentence. One phrase takes an average of 15 to 25 seconds. The entire block takes 3 to 5 minutes. Since you cannot control the timer, you must strictly control your focus. Here are 5 strategies that will help you avoid losing points in this fast race. Strategy 1. Make the screen your world. In the test center, other people will be sitting around you. Maximum concentration only on the sound in your headphones and on what is happening on that monitor. Strategy 2. Listen with intonation. This is critically important. Examiners and algorithms evaluate not only whether you pronounce the words correctly, they evaluate rhythm, stress, and natural pauses. Your task is to become the announcer's mirror. If they made a logical pause in the middle of the sentence, you make a pause too. If they raise their intonation at the end of the question, you raise your intonation too. Strategy 3. Repeat the phrases mentally during the listening. While the announcer speaks, your inner self should already be articulating these words like an echo. This is a scientifically proven way to hold a long chain of words in your working memory until the microphone turns on. Strategy 4. Use the picture on the screen as a hint. This is not just a decoration. The picture always reflects the context of the phrase. If you suddenly forget exactly what word the announcer said, look at the screen. The visual image will help your memory pull the right word from your passive vocabulary. Strategy 5, and the most important one. If you lose a word, don't stop. Panic is your main enemy. If you stumble and go silent, the microphone will record a long silence. Silence is a guaranteed 0. Say what you remember. Missed one adjective? No big deal. Confidently pronounce the rest of the sentence. Fluent speech with a minor factual error is evaluated much higher than accurate speech broken by awkward pauses. Right after the repetition block, the second task begins. Take an interview. This is a series of 4 questions in a row. You are given exactly 45 seconds for each answer. And as we already mentioned, there is no preparation time at all. The questions always belong to one of 4 strictly defined types. The first type are usually. You will be asked to describe your habits or routine. For example, what do you usually do on weekends to relax? The second type, I prefer. This is a choice between two options. Do you prefer studying in the morning or late at night? And why? The third type, I think. A forecast for the future of your personal opinion. Do you think online courses will replace traditional universities in the next 10 years? And fourth type, I believe. A more abstract opinion or a deep generalization of social phenomena. All four questions will take about 3 minutes of pure speaking time, and these 45 seconds for each answer can become either your triumph or the longest nightmare of your life. The main rule of time management here: fill absolutely all the time. You must speak until the very last second, until the timer shows zeros. If you finish your answer in 25 seconds and an awkward silence sounds into the microphone for the remaining 20 seconds, the system will perceive this as an underdeveloped, unfinished answer. Your score will be immediately and severely reduced. How can you speak for 45 seconds without stopping and without preparation so that it sounds smart and logical? The secret lies in an internal built-in structure that you must practice at home until it becomes completely automatic. Divide these 45 seconds into 4 clear time blocks. Block 1, 5 to 7 seconds. Direct answer. Don't stay silent at the beginning. As soon as the signal sounds, immediately open your mouth and deliver a prepared template. I usually tend to. When it comes to my preferences, I prefer, in my opinion, and immediately give a direct answer to the question. No long philosophical reflections. Block 2, 15 to 20 seconds. Argument or explanation. Tell why you think so. Use strong transition words. The main reason is that. Here you reveal the logic of your choice. Block 3, again 15 to 20 seconds. A specific example. This is what will save you from dead air. Telling stories is always easier than philosophizing. For example, last year I decided to, or in my personal experience. Invent a convicting story if you don't have a real experience. No one is going to sit and fact check you. The examiners only care about your English. Block 4, the last 5 seconds, a brief conclusion. If you see the timer relentlessly counting down the last 5 seconds, wrap up your thought. That's why I strongly believe. So for me, this is definitely the best option. If you follow this strict structure, the 45 seconds will fly by unnoticed, and your answer will sound like the speech of a prepared, confident speaker. And remember the pace. You don't need to speak at the speed of a machine gun. Speak at normal, calm pace. Russian only blurs your pronunciation and gives away your nervousness. Finally, let's talk about how to properly prepare for this section. Reading tips is great, but without real practice, they are absolutely useless. Never train speaking separately from everything else in the comfortable silence of your room with a cup of tea. This is a deceptive situation that has absolutely nothing to do with the harsh reality of the TOEFL. Create artificial stress. Do full simulations at home. Complete reading, then immediately listening, then writing, and only when you feel your brain starting to melt from fatigue, open the speaking section. Your vocal apparatus must get used to producing fluent English against the backdrop of severe mental exhaustion. Record yourself on your smartphone's voice recorder when answering the take and interview questions. Don't look at the timer while answering, and then listen back to the recording. Evaluate yourself as honestly as possible. Did you manage to fill all 45 seconds? Were there long seconds of awkward mumbling at the beginning? Is the structure of the answer clearly traceable? This is the most effective way to quickly find your weak spots and adjust your timing. The speaking section in the 2026 format has become dynamic and demanding, but with the right structure and training, it is absolutely predictable. Practice intonation in listen and repeat, memorize templates for take an interview, and you will easily claim your maximum 5 and 6 points. And good luck on the exam. May your time management be perfect from the first minute of reading to the last second of speaking.